Can AI replace day traders? If you don't know who I am, I'm Cotton Candy TA. I'm the founder of the Cotton Candy TA Science. I've been teaching day trading for about 10 years now. I've mentored thousands of people, and my day trading science that I publish for free is known as some of the most accurate day trading system, one of the most accurate day trading systems ever to be created and released to the public. So that's a little bit about me, and for years I have been asked the question, can AI replace day traders? And I've been in the shadows watching and lurking, and I use AI myself for various things. I run everything from multi-agent MCP servers to using Cowork, and I prefer Claude, of course. Like most people, everything from 30-agent skill tasks and pipelines for documentation to creating master-level content engine machines through AI. So I'm a big believer and lover of AI, as I use it myself to help me develop Chart Raiders, the gamified day trading software that we did. So I'm in a position where I'm talking about this after I've had hundreds and hundreds of hours, if not 1,000 hours now, of training and efficiency with AI models and using them. And our whole entire development team uses AI discussion down into 3 points, okay? The first point in asking the question, can AI replace day traders, is we have to talk about the ways in which we could accomplish that. And I can identify 2 immediate ways that can accomplish that, and kind of a third way, which is the variable. The variable way is the human effect. So I'm going to talk about that last. The first way that I see AI being able to create a system is the same thing we all see on social media. I created the internet for the most reliable results, cross-compare them, and create me a couple different scenarios with also fail-safe, so I could never, if I gave you $1,000, I could never lose more than $10 on a trade, and make all the best scenarios based on user reviews, what system works the best, et cetera, et cetera. So what you'd basically be asking AI to do is you'd be asking it to scrape the internet for all of the relevant data and allowing it to have autonomy over the systems it wants to use to make money. This can work temporarily, but has a very short-lived life cycle. And the reason it has a short-lived life cycle is because if you were truly to say, hey, I want AI to go and make me money day trading, do it based on your assumption of what the best systems are. And you can get really fancy with that. I'm just using it as a baseline to say the AI is making the decisions on how it should make money. So that's the key point here, is you're asking the AI to look at the internet and make decisions based on how it thinks it should make money and how it can make money. The problem with that is it might work sometimes and it might not work other times, and it's relying on public data to scrape what public perception is. This would be the least efficient method of using AI to make money. Now you see this, people doing this on Polymarkets and Kalshi and on exchanges and things like that. And can it have short-term success? Yes, but it can never be a full-time, long-term reliable thing. Anything that's new in an industry can have short-term success. Amazon web selling had short-term success, but long-term it didn't end up being a career path for people. Could you do this, and could it work sometimes? Theoretically, yes, because it's a game of 50-50. If it goes up, you're going to make money. If it goes down, you're going to lose money if you're shorting or longing, and vice versa for the other side. You're asking AI to take what the general public knows or what it's voted as on the best systems, and I don't care how advanced you get with that prompt, it cannot create something on its own, or it could use a blended approach of everything. And as much as you want to master that, and as much as you try to master that, again, you might have good temporary results, but long term it's not sustainable, because what works today is not going to work tomorrow with an AI model. Trade AI. Enjoy it while you can, because it's very short-lived, right? It's going to be something that too much AI in the markets is going to be seen by humans, and they will make the decision, which leads me into the second point. How is a more efficient way you could train AI to day trade for you? You could find the most successful system built. Now, I'm going to recommend my system simply because I'm the author of this video, and we're just going to use it as a landmark. And in the industry, I'm known as having pretty incredibly accurate day trading sciences, if not the most accurate. As long as you use my sciences properly, you can typically find entries to the dollar. Sometimes even to the cent on a regular basis with a super high amount of accuracy. The problem is my day trading science is extremely difficult, extremely deep. So you have to have years and years and years of trading with it. But once you get to that point, then your success rate goes from 20, 30% all the way up to 90+%. And there's tons of people in my community who can vouch for that exact statement. And that's basically what my science is, because the markets aren't supposed to be easy. They're actually quite complex. So let's take AI in scenario number 2. Now, scenario number 2 for AI is you take the absolute best system you could find. Now, you could play with systems, and I'm not going to get into naming any systems, mine included. You would just say, system A, let me teach you the perfect rules, let me explain to you how this works, and see if you can make money. So we'll use me for an example. I have what's called hold and break levels. So I wanted to master hold levels. I explained to AI, these are hold levels, you're going to buy them when they're untested. And you can go deep down the path of adding every single variable in my science. You could say, let's buy a hold level only when it's a reverse and there's a wick at least 1% on a time frame that's above 1 hour, where it is the nested element, it's meaning that it's the time frame that is supposed to be targeted. Let's take a trade based on all of these crazy defined variables. And then let's put a stop loss to only lose this amount of money, but also triple our return every time. So we're just looking for more than even just say double your return. Say I want to make $11 for every 10 that I lose. Even just go with like a 51 to 49 ratio, where 51% of your money is won, 49% is lost. And you constantly just recycle that and allow it to the most optimized way. This is the second way we can do it, use AI to trade. This would be the most optimized version of AI. The problem is the rule sets. So the rule sets out there aren't typically accurate. And if you got an accurate rule set, the person who releases that would have to be okay with releasing it all. Me, for example, I don't release my entire science. And this is part of the reason, because I don't want people building models out of it. Let's say I did release my science, or there's some sciences out there, day trading sciences, that are even better than mine. You have a bunch of AIs buying the exact same level. That becomes an industry normal, and then you just have AI competing against other AI to the point where it'd be inefficient for human money to come into the market. Human money is what moves the markets more than AI money. You can have all the AIs in the world be tuned to have the perfect buy spots, and if AI is only ever competing against AI, all you're going to do is flatline a result. And let's say 90% of the world was run based on these AI generative prompts, and they've been shown to be accurate and they make money. Well, the problem is, as time goes on, humans, and when I say time goes on, we're talking about like a week. When traders who are the good traders out there, who do run large funds, who do know sciences like mine or like their own versions that they've created, when you have people like that, they are going to trade against what the market is doing. They are not picking up those buys where your AI algorithms are seeing those buys. They're actually going to be shorting into it and then exiting longs after points. And this is what people often refer to and get very confused about. They call it stop loss hunting, or trader hunting, or wick hunting, or any kind of these terms that make no sense, where it allows people to just push off accountability and say, well, it's not my fault. People will always make up terms when they just don't simply know how the markets work. And it's just a common thing in our industry. It's the flag of defeat for people like me. When I hear people saying that, I'm like, okay, so you've gotten to a point where you actually don't know what you're doing trading, and that's okay. Everybody has their own learning path and journey, but that's what it looks like. So the problem with this model is that your serious day traders have a science, and the science can be used in many ways. We see it all the time on the charts. Where a hold level is supposed to hold, sometimes it doesn't hold, because people who are willing to let go of their longs notice that it's not worth it. It's not about volume. It's not about hunting some kind of indicator, some type of moving averages. None of that matters. What matters is humans make the decisions in the end, and the science on the charts is evolving every single day. Every new candle that gets printed, even if you have the perfect engine, every single candle that gets printed on your day trading charts is one more piece of data in a decision tree that says, you have these 5 options you can take because this candle printed in an accumulation candle or a distribution candle. Or, instead of 5 decisions, it's more realistically like you have 100 different things you can do. And then when you start to define down the results, you're like, well, there's actually 10 smart things to do. Well, there's actually even 2 out of those 10, out of the 100 stack, 2 of them make the most sense. And then one of them makes even more sense because of this variable. The problem with AI is you can give it a system, you can give it the best system in the world. It normalizes results, and that's what your highest level professional day traders are watching for. They're watching for the places where it makes sense to make the best decision based on human efficacy. So you are looking at the efficiency of humans, the efficiency of day trading, and at the end of the day, you can train a model to have limited results, or you can train a model to have kind of this baseline flat assumption of results. But the problem that happens when you do that, you take a system like mine, One person uses it, works, awesome, cool. 10 people use it, it loses a little bit of efficiency because everybody's buying the same spot. 1,000 people use it, even more efficiency gone. 10,000 people use it, all of a sudden you have traders trading against, and it flips from being a profitable model to something that fails. So, well, I'm not going to tell everybody a story here. We build what's called Rate Engine. It's a new way to look at the candlesticks. I won't get too much into detail. It's pretty top secret stuff. But basically, it's going to compete with TradingView. And it's going to be the first standalone 3D engine for candlesticks and data on the screen. We're going to be able to day trade in a new way in the future. So, as test models, we create using my science and using everything that we can, test cases. And our best case scenario right now is somebody who has been training a model for the better part of 6 years, and they have just been able to crack 50% accuracy. So this is somebody who's been working on a cotton candy only model. Because the accuracy rolling is so difficult to train even with AI, because at the end of the day, humans make decisions. It becomes, the more that people use it, the less valuable it is. So there's kind of a sweet spot to live in, right? There's this little sweet spot right now where everybody's using it to make money, but that will go away soon because the rules on the charts are static, but they're human eccentric, right? They revolve around people who control the markets to make the most amount of money. And that's not to say the markets are controlled. That's to say the people with the most amount of money in these markets understand how the day trading charts work, and they make the decisions based on that. When those group of people, myself included, see that everybody is trying to buy, say, a break level or a certain hold level, we specifically short against it. We specifically short into it. We specifically hold positions longer. And it's not about being right or wrong. And I'm going to give you an example why. Say Bitcoin's at $66,000 and $65,000 is the perfect spot to buy. It has been classified as the level. It's a 4-hour hold level. It ladders the move. It's hyperpolarized. It's all the things that would make it the best buy spot. A bot, an AI bot, would pick that up as a 10 out of 10. So number one, the bot has identified, or the AI has identified the perfect buying spot. I agree, it's the perfect buying spot. Now the human element comes in. You're waiting for 65,000. I know it's going to 65,000. The other good day traders out there know it's going to 65,000. We see patterns where people are often buying that level, or even take that away and say, we don't see the patterns. Make it even more simple. We short 66,000 and we wait to see if 55,000 can hold. When it starts to hold, we exit our trade none the wiser, and we still make money. When it doesn't hold, we are further compounding that by holding shorts and then re-exiting longs after those people who were longing at 65,000, after all these AI bots have scraped together all the perfect information. You still have to convince the humans out there to take that level. So I shorted at 66,000. I know 65,000 is perfect, but I don't sell there. I hold and I see if it goes down to 64,800. And by 64,850, stop losses get triggered, but then it starts to move up shortly after. And what most people would call stop loss hunting or wick hunting or AI human slaying or whatever kind of like language they want to start using, no matter what they are preaching in that moment, the reality of it is that humans will make the decision in the end, not AIs. And even with somebody who we've watched train a cotton candy bot for 6-7 years, and I've seen many people try and come to me, and I've never seen it work once. With as many people have tried, even with efficiency, we can still, as humans, easily defeat AI traders. It's not even funny, and it's not about that AI isn't strong enough or smart enough now. It's not about teaching it the perfect system. It's about the fact that the markets are still going to be controlled by humans, because when you baseline something as a science that works, traders trade around it and they stop buying those levels. And then the second that they stop buying those levels, because instead of hold levels, they decide all to buy break levels or reverse levels, then the bots change to those breaks reverse. The second we pick it up, we change it back to hold levels. And then you have this bot always playing catch up to humans. And at the end of the whole cycle, when you put it all together and all the years of testing I've done in this field with this question in mind, it basically becomes a fancy indicator. And indicators trade based on past data, not interpretive new data as candlesticks are printing. So for this reason, you can't have AI outperform human beings. You can have them subjectively perform increased performance from time to time. And your best bet would be to try to make an AI bot. let it make its money, yank it, and start all the way fresh from zero. I don't think that works long term, but hey, people are willing to try. That's my take on AI and day trading, and if we are going to lose day trading to AI bots. My vote is no. Don't think it can happen. Have tried to replicate for rate engine bots that can do it. Can't happen.